I'm so curious. Top 3 beat 'em ups all time.
Top 3 beat 'em ups?
All right, yo, welcome once again to the Doppelcast, that is Die or Pass Level. We are the gaming podcast that remembers, as always, get those crisp dollar bills ready for the token machine, because we're definitely going to need them today, trust me. As always, to my side is the one and only playground swing and long jump champion. You know him, you love him, and he grew up in the woods. Say hello to TDK. How you doing, man?
What's up, guys? Yeah, man. Ever since we talked about it, you can't get me off those swings. I've just been perfecting my my Michael Jackson smooth criminal playground swing exit. Just catch me swinging all the way off the playground.
I think I saw you from my house the other day. Pretty impressive. We're at the Doppel Arcade as always, but like I said, we're going to need extra tokens today. We're jumping around arcades today. That said, I'd like to introduce our guest for the day. I met today's guest at our live Barcade episode. We pulled up to interview the awesome people there and came across amazing patrons and amazing staff. Jason has been working at Barcade for a little while now, and every time I drop in, we have to run the Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom set. I feel like I know him on a deeper level just from those matches, and we're so excited to have him. Everyone say hello to Jason Richardson. How you doing, dude?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank you
Jason.
so much for having me on here. It's a privilege, it's an honor, and thank you.
Good to see you, dude. How you been since we hooked up with you at Barcade?
I've been good. I'm doing fine. Ray, we need to run more sets. We didn't get to play Street Fighter last time, but you worked me a little bit good in Marvel vs. Capcom, and I'm a little salty about that, so I've been practicing and getting ready for you when you come back.
Honestly, running the Marvel set made me want to purchase the Marvel versus Capcom collection, because I know how you're feeling, and I know you're over there practicing, so I got to be ready.
Yeah, I get paid to practice over there, dude. It's beautiful.
I wish I could say the same. It's hard to sneak in gaming because of work, but you sneak in gaming because of work.
Yeah, because of work. Yeah, exactly. I get paid to game. It's
That's a great place
amazing
to start. Tell us what that's like. Like, how did you end up at Barcade? What does your work day look like?
If it's a slow day, I literally just play video games all day, and then I count everybody's money and tip people out at the end of the night. You know what I mean? Like, but if it's busy, I got to change kegs, I got to run food, I got to fix a problem. I just make sure everything flows smoothly. That's pretty much
So
my
that's
job.
everything
Right.
from like running food, counting out money, but you're also servicing machines. You're also like
Yes.
making sure everything
Yeah.
works correctly. Probably managing some patrons too, I would think.
Oh,
like
yes,
some...
for sure. Yeah, yes. The machine, I love it. It really makes me happy. It gives me good joy. This Wednesday, actually, in 3 days from now, I'm getting my games training. So they're going to teach me more about servicing the game. So I'm so excited about it. Right now, it's like coin jams. If a ball gets stuck in a pinball thing, some game is out of order, I can fix those things. But I'm like waiting, like they're going to teach me like, you know, how to solder things and like, what do these wires mean? Like, what is
No,
what
that's
is this
cool.
stuff? Oh yeah. I'm so excited to go in there. And I'm like actually one of the managers that is actually happy about it. I love servicing games. It was like one moment there was the World Series. It's like the baseball game over there. And the second player button wasn't working. Just off like stuff that I just know pre-hand before. I changed out the second player button. 10, 15 minutes later, 5-10 people over there playing and like go there. And I was like, yo, I made that happen. You know what I mean? I was like, I did that. I was like, that moment wouldn't be happening right now if I didn't fix that second player button. You know, so it's like, it just brings me mass joy. It's like so awesome.
Joy facilitator. What else can you ask for? I want to shout you out because the last time I was there was for my sister-in-law's engagement party. And true to your word, man, you were running around. You were all over the place. I was looking around for you. I'm like, where's this guy? I'm trying to run the set. Every time I caught you, you were like, hold on. I'm busy. I'm like, dude, fair enough. Do your thing. The moment you had just a little opportunity to come out for air, you were like, let's do this. I was like, there's my guy. Let's go.
100%. You locked eyes and I was like, yeah, we got to run that set. And yeah, I was just running around all night. There were people playing Street Fighter. We were supposed to play Street Fighter. There were people on Street Fighter, so we ended up playing Marvel Capcom.
It was very busy, and there was always someone on the Street Fighter machine, so that worked out in my favor. There's like a little part of me that is kind of ducking the Street Fighter run back.
Well, Street Fighter, like I'm an OG like fighting game dude. Like that's like my whole vibe. Street Fighter 2, later on in life, I found a liquor store that had Street Fighter 1, and it was like probably like 5 miles from my house. At elementary school, I used to just walk to go like, yo, I gotta play Street Street Fighter 1.
For the first one?
Yeah, Street Fighter 1. I was like, yo, this is Street Fighter 1. And then, yeah, I used to just walk. And then, like, Street Fighter 2 was like 3 blocks from my house. I was like, yo, always there.
Were you always playing on cabinets? You told me you grew up in Southern California. You grew up at a time when it wasn't necessarily in your living room. You were cabinets first, go to the liquor store, just post up all day.
Yeah, I'm an old head. It was all cabinets. There was an arcade at the local mall, and we used to just run it. Like, they had tournaments there. I used to get like first and second all the time. Run the fades all the time.
If you're winning at liquor stores and pizza joints, in the 80s, it's pretty legit.
Yeah. It was like, back when like people used to put a quarter up on the thing. Some of the cannons had a little gap. You're like, yo, don't put your quarter in there and fall down. And fall down into the thing. Old school story, Mortal Kombat 1, I was still a child. My older cousin, he told me this later in life, but he was making side bets on me because I was just like working like older teenager kid. And I'm like, 8 or 9 or whatever, like 10.
He was hustling you.
He was hustling me, and he never gave me any of the money. They like never gave me any of the money. He's like,
I mean, at least he's got a couple of quarters.
Yeah. Well, that's what he told you. He was like, I bought you pizza and I paid for your games. What are you talking about? That's what I did.
Listen, at a certain age, that's all you need. That's fine. Yeah. If I'm 13, buy the games, buy me some pizza. It's gonna be just fine.
At a certain age, man, I'm still right there. Give me.
Ray, it costs a ton of money to get your kids babysat, to get the gas to get over there.
Yeah.
I wish we were at that age, but it's just not.
What a time, right? What a time. The scariest feeling and like the best feeling is when you're playing Street Fighter solo. It's just you, and all of a sudden you feel someone next to you and they put their quarter in. All right, it's go time.
Do you remember those little ramekins, for lack of a better word? Because I'm a server like you. I'm a restaurant bar guy like you. Remember the little like paper ramekins we would all get?
Yeah.
And then you'd run up to your grandma and be like, can I have one more $1? And she'd give you $1, and you'd grab your paper ramekin and you'd go get like your 4 tokens. You know what I'm saying? Or God forbid, she'd give you like a $5 bill, and you're like, ding, 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 ding,
I'm
ding,
rich.
And something about putting those quarters in that little paper cup.
The best, dude. And the sound of the tokens hitting the metal of the token machine, it's the sound of the next 2 hours as a kid,
Yeah.
100%. You're right. Well, Jason, you start playing video games at cabinets in liquor stores, which honestly is maybe the coolest video game origin story ever. So you start there, and now you're a bar manager at one of the most renowned, bar arcades.
Yeah, it's not a barcade, it's the Barcade.
It's the Barcade. Everybody else is just wishing they could be us. It's like
tell us the journey of like the Indiana Jones red dotted line of how you got from one to the other. What was the journey for you in video gaming?
The gaming origin story, if you will.
My life journey was this. When I made a decision to go to college, it was either gaming or music. I do music as well. I chose gaming. I did a 3D modeling class. I did the programming. I learned all the Adobe stuff, all the stuff. And then I got a job in film. But I didn't get a job in gaming. I made a couple movies. I did a G-Force. I did the first Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, and then they outsourced everything to India. It was all bad. So I just did like security for a while. I worked for a bar. I worked my way up. And then that bar started going downhill. I was like, I was looking for another job. And my girlfriend at the time got an interview to Barcade. She was like, oh, this job. She's like, I turned it down. I don't know how to fix games and all that. And I was like, I would love that job. And so I submitted my application, and then I forgot about it. Probably like 3-4 months later, I was driving to the job that was on the way down. And they were like, do you want to come in and do an interview? I got my hair cut. I put a suit on with the tie, the whole vibe. I was like, you know what I mean? I was like,
there's no way I'm losing this job.
I put the whole 9s on, dude. I was like, I need this in my life. You know what I mean? I was like, this is my whole deal. Like, I used to have a night. It was game night. I used to bring my own consoles in. I brought my PS5. Really? I brought my PS4, SNES. I used to bring my own TV. I used to set that up. We had a thing on a projector, 2 TVs running 2 consoles once a month, all the time.
How would you organize that so it's not a free-for-all?
Only when new games came out, like when Tekken 7, Tekken 8 came out, I would run tournaments. We did a Tony Hawk tournament for a while. Somebody that I knew actually knows Tony Hawk. We got Tony Hawk to sign a couple boards. Tony Hawk, Nuge, and Eric Costin, I think, it gave sign boards. Most of the time it was just free for all. Like, here's the console. These are the games we have. Go ahead and play them. Most of the time on the big projector on the screen that everybody could see, they were playing fighting games. Sometimes they would play Jackbox.
But I have a blast playing that game.
We should do an episode playing Jackbox, actually. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, you just be
don't
on
you
your
think
phone.
Jackbox is like gaming for people who don't understand gaming? It's basically like board games gaming.
Yeah.
I visited friends in San Francisco before, and I brought my Switch to play Jackbox. And I was like really, really trying my best to get this thing connected to the Wi-Fi, and everyone's just like, oh, there he goes again. Gray's trying to make us play video games. But then I was like, I swear
for
you guys
you.
will like it. Yeah.
This isn't for me, it's for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And we did it, and they were like, we had to go out or something after we had already played it once, and they were like, hey, when we get back, we got to play that Jackbox again. I'm like, I told you.
I told you, son.
It's a great party game, right? It's more like a drinking game.
So anyway, I used to do that at a bar. That was falling down. And I got the Barcade job, and it's been a dream. It's been so amazing, and it's like kind of crazy because I'm a manager now. I've been like a server, like, you know what I mean? Like working level for so long that I'm always just telling people, and I was like, yo, just don't do anything that like my boss has to tell me something so I don't have to tell you now. I was like, you know what your job is, bro.
Do your job. I'll do my job. We'll play video games.
Exactly. We'll play video games. We'll chill, like, yo, serve the people. But like the Barcade job is like such a breath of fresh air because it's like my video game life has been there my whole existence. I just love video games. And now it's like, how you said, I started on cabinets and now I'm opening up cabinets. And I was like, yo, I get to fix this and I get to take care of this. Yo, sometimes I'll be cleaning games. I'm like, what's up, baby? You okay? Like everything, let me make sure.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. I think my eyes are tearing up.
I mean, that's what it takes, you know? Like, we're from a generation where even as kids, intuitively, we would take the cartridge out and like blow on the cartridge just to get the dust out. No one taught us that. You just know that.
We just do.
You just know in your bones that dust gets in there.
I was just envisioning Jason turning in his resume at Barcade, nicely folded. They open it up, and it's just like all the fatalities for Mortal Kombat handwritten in pencil. I would hire that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, you have a great gig. Barcade they're very lucky to have you. And that's not just from this conversation. I think Ray and I have both talked about outside of this from our experience at Barcade. You're a man of the people. You're very unassuming, but you run like a really tight ship. So you're doing an incredible job. Congratulations, Barcade. When you describe this kind of like underground programming, curating a tournament at a bar that you're doing that you did at the previous place, where's the underground event that Jason Richardson like curates where we all show up Fast and Furious style? We all just know to pull our cars up to the right place and we all just run the set. Let's do that.
Yeah, I was watching previous videos of you guys and I was like, low-key, we need a Street Fighter tournament with you dudes. I kind of want to set it up and I kind of want to make things happen at the Barcade.
Let's do it.
Maybe we need to move where the Street Fighter's at because it's a little congested, but whatever.
Let's find like a back alley. We project it. It's like a whole
exactly.
thing.
Get a projector on the wall, like Street Fighter, do a Tekken tournament. Oddly enough, the Street Fighter movie game is really fun. It's like
it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm missing and I'm fiending for my game nights, but it's like every time I work at Barcade, every night is game night. But my own curated thing, how you said,
like exactly.
I need to put that up again.
We got to figure that out. We're all gonna put our heads together and make this happen.
Yes, exactly.
Out of curiosity, just thinking about this awesome idea. It seems like Barcade overall is pretty much on the retro side of things. Is there a world where like, I don't know, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 6 makes its way into Barcade?
I hope. I've been pushing for Tekken.
Yeah, that's a blind spot for sure. There is no Tekken machine.
Yeah, I was like, get a Tekken tag, Tekken 5, 6, 7, I don't know, whatever you could get. Is there Street Fighter 6 cabinets? Is that a thing?
They are very few and far between, but I've gone to a couple of arcades in SoCal. I think they're Japanese cabinets, so it's probably a lot of work to make it happen.
I mean, we have Japanese games. They have a connect somewhere.
Dude, how about that Japanese table throw game that you guys just added in there? Talk to me about that game, because I saw it, but I don't know what the point of it is.
That game is crazy. Table flip. I think that's just what we call it. I don't know if that's what it's translated to. It's like you get angry and then you flip the table. But like the one I'm just going to talk about the craziest scenario. You're a ghost at your own funeral. The priest is drinking. There's people on the cell phone. There's babies crying. And then you slam the table down and it builds this meter up. When the meter's like on fire or whatever, you flip the table. And when you flip the table, you flip your own casket. Everybody's crying. It's a crazy game.
I love Japan. Ray loves. We've both spent a ton of time there. I love being there. However, if you think about that culture and the repression in that culture and their level of wish fulfillment, of stress relief is like when I'm dead and I'm a ghost at my own funeral, I'm going to flip this table because I would never do it in real life, but I'm going to do it in a video game.
Yeah, it's wild. It's a wild story.
Some really interesting games coming out of Japan. You guys have a handful of them, so that's really cool. There's the 3-button button game with the red, green, and blue buttons.
Bishy Bashy.
Yeah, that game is really
I don't know
fun.
what that means either, but yeah, that's a group game. I always get sad when I see somebody playing it by themselves, and I was like, man, that's 2+ people for sure. Like, you can't just play Bishy Bashy by yourself. I was like, you're just running up the tower alone, dude.
Throw your token in there. Oh, come on, little buddy, I'll play with you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna go over, like, yeah, I'll compete with you, dude, because it's like a game show, kind of like that, and you have to like compete against friends, and it's like whoever finishes in the top moves on. Playing with other people, it's amazing.
Along those lines that you're saying, like you get sad when that guy plays by himself. In your mind, like what's the most obscure game that you have there that you're like, wow, this is fucking crazy? And it probably is Japanese table flip, now that I'm saying this out loud. Best game for groups, best game for solo. Like, what are your kind of highlights of Barcade? Like, if you're in this mood, if you're in that mood.
Best game for groups, fucking Simpsons. Simpsons, best game for groups. Put $5 in quarters and tokens in there and beat the Simpsons with your friends.
Ray, we have to do that, dude. I've never beat the Simpsons. We have
You never beat it? Oh my God.
I don't think I've ever
guys.
actually gotten all the way through.
I'm gonna give a bit of a hot take right now. This is fresh off the heels of a chat with my older brother, who is also a big gamer. We were on the phone earlier today, and I was telling him about beat 'em ups in Barcade, because I had mentioned that I was interviewing someone that worked at Barcade, and we were talking about beat 'em ups. It's what I feel. It's in my heart. I love The Simpsons. I love Ninja Turtles. I love X-Men. I love all these intellectual properties. After like a little while of just pressing punch, and then special, I kind of feel like I'm ready to walk away. And it's just me.
Okay, because Jason, Ray is the ultimate skill set gamer.
Jason might be able to relate, I feel like.
If you have 3 other friends, it's a group of 4, and maybe it's a group of 6, and people keep tapping in, and you know, someone goes out, they refill the drinks for everybody. It's about a sense of group accomplishment. It's not about technical skill set. It's just about, we did this together.
Oh, yes. I agree with both of you, with the exceptions of the Simpsons game. Because, like, I played the Ninja Turtles Lost in Time with a group of friends, and my friend was like, bro, I can't do this anymore. I was like, yeah, I get it. Just play something else. X-Men is crazy because they cost your life for using your mutant power. When your mutant power you're born with, it should be your thing. I don't know why it's taking life to use your own power.
Listen, it takes a lot of energy. It drains you. If you're born with the strength to go bench press, you know, whatever it may be, and you do it, you're going to be tired afterwards. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm sore after a workout.
The Simpsons game, it's like the way they designed it. It's like literally playing an episode of The Simpsons.
I mean, you're talking to a huge Simpsons fan over here. I will say it's probably in my top 3, maybe my favorite beat 'em up of all time, honestly.
So like, I agree with you're saying with other ones, but the Simpsons game is like, if you make the commitment beforehand and you're like, yo, we're going to go in here, like me and my buddy, before I even worked at Barcade, we cashed in $5-10 tokens each, and we're like, yo, we're gonna beat this game today. And we just sat there and we beat the game.
My final conclusion in this conversation was I definitely prefer something like a Sunset Riders, because you're more proactive in Sunset Riders. You can dodge the bullets. It's more in your
Complexity.
hands. The Sunset Riders, man, that's another one that I would love at Barcade.
The in-between where it's like people pull up in the thing, you're like, you have to shoot.
Oh, yeah, the bonus stage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the bonus stage. Yeah, Sunset Riders was tough.
Ray, because you said it, I'm so curious. Top 3 beat 'em ups all time.
Top 3 beat 'em ups? I don't know. Simpsons, number 1. It's not Fatal Fury, but like the Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage. Yeah, Streets of Rage.
The 2 brothers, right?
Yeah, and Double Dragon.
Oh, Double Dragon. So good.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
How do you feel about like a modern recreation of a beat 'em up, like Scott Pilgrim?
I love the movie so much that the game is okay, but like same thing, like what Ray was saying. I played it, but I just didn't get to the end because I was like, all right,
My brother had a bunch of friends over to play Scott Pilgrim, and I was just like.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I get it. Like, I'm playing it.
I like Scott Pilgrim.
For me, I'm going to say, and just because I need that complexity, I'm going to definitely dip into like something more modern. Streets of Rage, I think 4, the latest one that released on modern consoles, proper combo system, special attack inputs. So I was feeling that one. I also really like Alien versus Predator by Capcom.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an arcade beat 'em up anime style characters fighting Alien and Predator. Or fighting aliens, because Predator was a selectable character. Really really cool game. TDK, what are your 3?
I mean, listen, previous slander notwithstanding, I think Scott Pilgrim's a really good game. If you just speedrun Scott Pilgrim, at the very least, you're going to have such a cool vibe of nostalgia and great music and the whole thing. All those buildings are functional, and you can go into those storefronts and you can have interactions with all of those characters, just like you could in the graphic novel, like Brian Lee O'Malley, right? Every time I go into that game and or that movie or that soundtrack, I fall deeper into all of them, right? And I find myself listening to the soundtrack, watching the movie, watching the commentary track, playing the game, and it's just this whole kind of holistic experience. I'm really a big fan of that. Simpsons, there's a nostalgia there that's, you can't beat that nostalgia. And when you said Double Dragon, I need to replay Double Dragon. It has to happen. But for me, it's probably X-Men. Like, X-Men's probably the one I put the most time into. The feeling of, even though it does take your health, the feeling of medaling up as Colossus, it felt so good, right?
Even Wolverine's adamantium beam, and I was like, yo, his mutant power is healing, but whatever. It's like, yeah, but like even that,
Storm.
it's like, Storm, like, yo, it's crazy. Dazzler is
It
supposed to
felt like the cartoon. It felt like
exactly.
the comic.
Yeah.
Just like the way The Simpsons is very well done. It feels like you're actually in an episode. X-Men feels like you're really in a comic scene.
came out at the right time. Yes, it feels like you're in a X-Men comic book, but it was, just some of the mechanics just like irked me a little bit. And I was like the Wolverine and just taking health for using your God-given ability. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Isn't Wolverine's thing that he heals? Why is he losing health?
Yeah, why is he losing health? Losing his mutant power? Like, it's crazy to me.
Now that you guys are saying this, don't we need a Wolverine Deadpool beat 'em up right now?
One that I really do want to play that came out pretty recently. It's called Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's beat 'em up in the style of the classic games, but you can tell that these people were fans of the Capcom versus fighting game series. You pick 2 characters and you can tag between them. Definitely worth checking out. It's on my list. Jason, I do want to step outside of the Doppel Arcade and Barcade for a quick second and get back in the time machine, because we did talk about your NES, but I'm sure there's still a long journey on the way to where we are now. What about Super Nintendo? Or actually, important question, 16-bit era. Where were you in that world? Were you a Sega Genesis owner? Were you a Super Nintendo, SNES? Were you fortunate enough to have both? Was it neither? Tell us your story.
Nintendo the whole way through and through. Nintendo just shaped my whole childhood. So many games, like the Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana. For Sega, Echo the Dolphin, amazing. Yeah, Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but like, I played that at my friend's house.
Tell me more about this cousin of yours. He sounds really cool.
He was cool, but he was kind of cool because he had Mortal Kombat. He even had the controller with the 6 buttons. I was like, what's the blood code? He was like, I can't tell you. You're under 18. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like,
come on, bro.
And I had to figure it out. Like, before the internet, I had to like look at a Game Informer and I had to like research to find this blood code so I could play it when he wasn't at home. So,
Ray
like,
just called it out like on the last episode.
Yeah. Actually, let me hit you guys with a really fun fact that I discovered while putting last week's episode together. TDK, you were wondering about this. The code is ABACABB, which spells Abacab, which I didn't know is the name of a song by the band Genesis.
Oh,
so that's
shit. Yeah,
that's how they
Genesis.
came up with the code. I was like, how full circle is that? The fact that the 3 buttons on the Genesis controller line up so that they could do that quirky code. I also didn't realize, but the first few words of text that come out during the Sega Genesis version of Mortal Kombat, where you input the code, the first words that come out is the code of honor. A little sneaky hint at like, there's something here.
That's crazy that anyone would figure that out. That must have been like they leaked it and then it got to the next, to the next.
Absolutely,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
What
for sure.
kid
Of course they
figured
leaked it.
out Abacab? Wait, guys, it says the code of honor. What music do our dads like? What music can we put in here?
Hey kids, you playing Genesis? That reminds me of my favorite band song, Abacab. I love that you had a blood code story, though. I think it's like almost like a canonical moment at this point for every gamer, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I was like a child, I couldn't even afford. Like, I'm at Vaughn's or whatever, like looking at the magazine rack, trying to be like, oh, the fucking code's in here, dude, and write it down on a little pad so I could go.
Oh, you
home
wouldn't
and
buy
play.
the magazine. machine. You just write down the codes.
Yeah, hell yeah. Just wrote the code on my hand or something. You know what I mean? Like my cousin's at work. You're like, oh, now I'm gonna put in the blood code and I'm gonna play Mortal Kombat with fatalities finally. After he was fucking scamming me. You don't want me to play Mortal Kombat with fatalities at home, but in the real world, you're making money off me. It's a weird, crazy complex.
What a relationship.
I don't understand his life.
All right. We have this little internal debate between the nostalgia of Pizza Hut versus the nostalgia of Round Table.
Oh, man. Yeah, I've been thinking about this. Food-wise, I would say Pizza Hut is a better pizza. But environmental, Round Table.
Why environmental?
I've only had Pizza Hut delivered to the house. But as a kid, I did go to Round Table and sit down at Round Table.
And they have the game room.
And they got the game room. Yeah, exactly. It was like, you know what I mean? Fair. Like, but I'm just saying, like, as an adult or like whatever, like, I'm just like, the pizza is better at Pizza Hut.
I think we just figured something out, Ray. If you physically went to these places, because again, I grew up in the woods. I actually didn't really go to Pizza Hut or Round Table all that much because we're in the woods out here. However, if you physically went to these places, Round Table had a whole room dedicated to playing video games while your parents were eating pizza and drinking beer, probably. If you're engaging in this culture from afar, meaning you're playing Ninja Turtles video game, you're watching TV, you're watching commercials, Pizza Hut probably got you because their marketing was stronger. It's as simple as that.
There was a whole lot of things for buying Pizza Hut and like chilling, but it was at the house. Like we went to Round Table. It was not a special occasion, but it was like, you know, we're going out to eat tonight. We're going to Round Table. I can go and I can play these games. And the food was okay. It's not like it's bad food.
Look, and to each their own, Jason, but respectfully, you're tripping. Round Table pizza is better than Pizza Hut.
Oh, but TDK is one. TDK is one. You got to split.
I don't think the pizza is very good at either of these places. But for me, the nostalgia of Round Table was like, or the nostalgia of Pizza Hut, it was getting the quarters and the solo cup and the ramekin. All of the 90s kind of distilled into one little pizza joint. And then also, you know, I played the Ninja Turtles beat 'em up like we're talking about. And in Ninja Turtles, you could grab the Pizza Hut thing off the wall, like the poster, and you could like beat another character with it. So
credit where it's due. The marketing game was crazy on Pizza Hut's end because there was like Pizza Hut signs inside of your game of Ninja Turtles arcade. You're playing Crazy Taxi. Oh, someone needs to go somewhere. Guess where you're taking them?
They're going to Pizza Hut.
There's a Pizza Hut. One of my favorite things about Crazy Taxi is just like the real life places that you're dropping people off at.
They got to update Crazy Taxi. That game is ready for a proper update.
From what I understand, it's coming. TDK, I'm surprised I haven't told you this sooner. But Sega has this initiative where they're slowly bringing out remakes and sequels of some of their biggest hits.
Of the bangers.
Shinobi already came out. Jet Set Radio is getting a new one. They're working on that.
Perfect.
Yeah, Virtua Fighter is getting a new one.
Oh my goodness.
Virtua Fighter is tight.
Virtua Fighter. I take some Virtua Cop too.
Yo, that was supposed to be a Die Hard game.
That's right.
No, but that makes perfect sense. It feels like you're playing Die Hard.
Game.
Wasn't it Dynamite Cop?
Yeah, Dynamite Cop.
Dynamite Cop.
Yeah. What up, Virtual Cop? Dynamite Cop.
Man, now that you guys are saying this, I have a whole extra prompt. It's just hitting me right now. But like, will someone please give me the Beverly Hills Cop video game? Basically, Virtua Cop or Dynamite Cop, and you get that soundtrack. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, right? Like, how is that not a video game? It's perfect.
Honestly, I want to play any light gun shooter at an arcade with headphones now. With that song playing.
Just
like,
put that on.
That should be in every shooter game, dude.
Totally.
Fast forwarding into the PS1 era a little bit, I'm curious, what were you playing in that era?
We were playing Tony Hawk for sure.
Were you playing Siphon Filter?
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, Siphon Filter, you could set a dude on fire with the taser. It was amazing.
It felt so realistic in hindsight.
Siphon Filter was,
Wait, it felt so realistic? You can set a dude on fire with a taser? You guys are like saying contradicting statements right now. No.
They really nailed the physics of that.
But no. All right, no. Metal Gear Solid put me on a path to do my whole college thing. Like I said earlier, I was like music or video games, what I want to do with my life. Metal Gear Solid came out. Storytelling is crazy. Metal Gear was like levels above. It was like, this is the next level of gaming. And this is what I've been talking about on the schoolyard with my friends for a while. Be like, how come we can't do this in games? And they're like, you're crazy. And that's not going to be a thing. And I was like, no, games are going to be like movies. It's going to be a
You showed them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Games are definitely like movies now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. God of War, masterpiece.
I remember dreaming about like, yeah, we're playing Pokemon now, but imagine if you can be in this big world with other Pokemon trainers. We're there. Almost to the point where like now I'm like dreaming about games kind of. Can we dial it back a little?
Let's all meet up at Barcade and let's plan the underground fighting night.
Jason, dude, it was so fun hanging out with you.
It was a great time. Shout out Barcade. I mean, I work there. It's an amazing place. I do my own thing. I write. I wrote a book. I do music. My Instagram is G0013. That actually comes from a gaming reference. It's Golgo 13 anime, but they gave me that name because of GoldenEye on 64. I used to throw proximity mines on the ammo, and they were like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?" Yeah,
come and get it. Come and get it.
Yo, you want ammo? You want weapons? Oh, you died. Oh my god, that's crazy. Great vibes. Thank you for having me out here. It's been amazing. Naturally, I'm a quiet person, but like I feel like I held a conversation here with you guys, and it was amazing. I think it was awesome, fun times.
You're one of us, dude. It's always a pleasure talking video games and just hanging out. Thanks for coming through. I'm not just saying it. I'll catch you at the Barcade, and we'll run the fade.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. As always, it's a pleasure. TDK, any last words or thoughts before we go?
Guys, we're going to see you on the streets underground at Jason's specific curated fight night. So stay tuned.
And I'll be in the meantime in the lab training for Street Fighter 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom. Jason, stay ready. That's all I'm saying.
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's
Wow.
right. I love that.
Stay ready. Don't have to get ready. Oh my God.
Truer words have never been
think
spoken.
about that.
All right, Doppelgang. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Hey everybody, it's Ray here. Just wanted to thank you for tuning into the Dire Pass Level podcast. If you want to hang out and join us for the next episode, make sure to like and subscribe. That way you're notified when our next episode releases. If you really liked it, you'd do us a solid if you left us a review. Reviews are a great way to spread the word about our podcast, and the more gamers to share these stories with, the better. All right, we'll see you next week. Have a good one. There we go.